Well, good morning. Here I am in Rochester, up in northern Victoria. And as you can see, the weather is not the best. It is foggy as can be. It's -3 degrees outside. And it is cold. Anyway, well, I'm going to show you the town, tell you a little bit about it, as good as I can. Because it's foggy and don't know if I can pick much up. But anyway, we'll see how we go. There's an IGA there. Now, Rochester has a population of 3,154. 48.8% of that is male. There's a nice pub there in the corner, Criterion. 51.2 is female. There's the Rochester Shire Hall there in front of us. What a lovely old building that is too. Lovely. Oh, let's see if we can get a better look. Sort of. Little mirror got in the way there. Yeah, and as you can see how foggy it is. I'm not sure if it shows up on the camera, but it is foggy. There's a CFA there on the right hand side. And I'll go back up around here, around the main street. The average age in Rochester is 53, which is quite old. It's not young. Anyway, 53 years old. 86% of those were born in Australia. 1.6 in England. The rest scattered all under 1% of a mixture of other races. There's a sports museum over there. Train station. Now we're heading up the main street here. There's some unbelievable pictures of this. There's Hotel Rochester there. Nice old post office there too, on the left. Nice old building. Yeah, so this town, people are very resilient. I mean, it's been flooded 3 times severely in the last 15 years. And this beautiful old pub on the corner here on the right hand side, there's a bit of work going on there at the moment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cross the road and come back and you can get a good look at it. So this is an interesting little laneway. This is Iddles Lane. So Ron Iddles, the famous detective, was actually born here in Rochester. And someone's painted this mural here, and it's a fantastic job. There's a bit about the actual family history there. A bit of Ron's timeline as a policeman and detective. And he's got that TV show that's on Foxtel, I think. It's won a Gold Logie. I'm not sure if it's a Gold Logie, but it's a Logie anyway. And some of his family there. And then, oh geez, it's cold. It's -3 degrees. I can't believe how cold it is this morning up here. Yeah, -3, you wouldn't believe it, would you? But it is. And there's a picture of Ron there. So, yeah, what a great mural this is, you know, of a great Australian. As it says up there, Australia's greatest detective. Have a look at the job of that paintwork on those silos. That's absolutely fantastic. Now that's a squirrel glider there on the left and a kingfisher on the right. And typical, 2 Australian typical paintings or murals. And what an amazing job. It's a pity the weather's so foggy and cold. Like I said, it's -3 degrees, but absolutely fantastic job the artist has done. And now this is, I think, an Australian-wide thing that's happening with these silos, and they really brighten up the town. It's fantastic, you know, and I'm actually glad I've seen these now. It's better than I thought. And I know nothing about art, but they are really uplifting. Anyway, I've got to get back in the car. It is so cold. My hands are frozen. My voice is probably shaking too. Oh, jeez. Righto, see you in the car. We're headed back down the main street again. And as you can see, antiques and collectibles, and past the Hotel Rochester again. Now, main employment in Rochester is working in a hospital, and that's at 5.5% of the workforce works in a hospital. Supermarket and groceries, 4.8%, and aged care, 3.3%. Secondary education as well, 3.2%. So there must be a Farrell High School around here somewhere, or maybe up in Echuca. Echuca's only 30 kilometres up the road. Now headed into the residential area a bit here. I'm not sure how much we can see with the fog. Haven't seen it. It is very foggy. Median house price in Rochester here is $355,000. And there's a big old church on the corner there. Have a look at him. Might turn right here. I suppose it's probably got to be a Catholic church. Crime rate's pretty low, only 40.27 crimes per 1,000 people, which is really low. Oh, look at this bloke, he's walking in the... It's -3 degrees. Jeez, I tell you what, it's cold out there. I got out for 1 minute and it was bad enough. And it's the Rochester Caravan Park in front of us. Turn right here. Don't know where I'm going really, but we'll find out. The average household income is $1,073 a week. I think the Australian average is $1,700, if I remember correctly, something around there. Head down here. There's some nice houses here in Rochester. I mean, like I said, they've been flooded a few times here, and all this area probably was underwater. Campaspe River's just over. We might go for a drive around there shortly, have a look. Just go. Now, Rochester also had a dog named Bluey. He lived to 29. Oh, there's the ambulance there. So they've got a lot of things here. Yeah, Bluey lived to 29 years of age, over 29. Didn't quite make it to 30, but he was in the World Guinness Book of Records there for a long time. I think he's just been knocked off just recently. Back past the CF8. Yeah, old Bluey, over 29 years old. Now there is a mural here to Bluey somewhere, but I can't seem to find him. He was near the swimming pool. I went and had a look, and like I said, it's so cold out there. There's a Criterion Hotel again. It is so cold out there, -3. It only last out there for a minute or two. I can't believe how cold it is. Anyway, back down. Past the Shamrock Hotel there on the left. I'll cross the railway line here. What's going on here? Have I got right away? Yep, I have. Right, over the railway line. There's the artwork we just saw before. But Bluey, I can't find the mural. Actually heading out of Rochester now. There's another church on the corner over there, Anglican church. We'll take a right turn up here. And there's another memorial hall there. Victoria State Emergency Service. Well, with all the floods they've had here, I suppose they've had a workout. And well, these all look like pretty new sort of units there on the left. Anyway, nice big wide streets here in Rochester. Might just go and have a look at the bridge that goes over the Campaspe River. We're actually in the Shire of Campaspe, this is. And that river is the one that causes all the problems when it rains and floods. So I'm not sure if there's anything in place to try and rectify it in the future. Let's hope so. Have a look at that fog straight up ahead. Let's have a look at this. This is Hubert Opperman, who was born up here in Rochester as well. And Hubert was a champion cyclist in Australia and in Europe. Held plenty of world records for long distance races throughout France and Italy and Belgium and all those sort of places, and plenty of records down here in Australia as well. And was an absolute legend of the sport, and ended up becoming a politician down in Melbourne, and also High Commissioner to Malta, I think. But anyway, I'll tell you what, it is so cold. It's -3 degrees, and I am shaking. I hope you can't tell on the camera. It's a foggy old morning, as you can see, and Jesus, unreal. But anyway, let's see great statue of Oppie there, and what a legend he was, and born here in Rochester. Okay, we'll just head up this little bit of town. Some nice, there's a Mitre 10 there on the right hand side. There's some old shops, they're getting done up a bit. Luke Ryan Real Estate, there you go. Rocky Fitness Centre, it's a fair bit. Oh yeah, have a look at all these shops. They're all closed down by the looks of a few of those there. There's, I'm not sure what that is, down the left hand side. Anyway, it looks like the big industry here in Rochester, probably employs a few people over there. Now we're just going to cross the bridge here, the Campaspe River. Let's see how. So there's Campaspe down there through the fog. Geez, he comes up a long way to flood, because there's a fair way down there at the moment. That's unreal, isn't it? I've never noticed that before. So anyway, that might be just about enough for Rochester. Unfortunately, it's very foggy, so didn't get it at its best, because it does look like a really nice town. And yeah, the fog's sort of made it not as nice as what it could be on the camera, but never mind. We'll just turn up here, up this dirty, dusty road. Anyway, it's foggy, can't do much about it. Doesn't look like it's going to live for a few hours. So anyway, we'll leave Rochester now, and we'll see you in the next town. Now I'm in the town of Colbinabbon, small little town, only got a population of 2,285, not 2,000, 285. And there's the pub on the left. And as you can see, the fog has got even thicker than what it was before. It's unbelievable. You can hardly even see. There's an old building there. There's some houses. There's not much to it. It's a very small town. As I said, 285 people. There's a few shops there on the left. An old, what was a shop there on the left. Now, I have come here for a reason. I hope I can actually see what I wanted to come and see in Colbinabbon. I'll have a look at this fog. There's a general store there on the right. Local footy grounds in behind there. I wouldn't even know he would play footy today because he wouldn't even be able to see the other end of the ground. It's unbelievable, this fog. So anyway, I'll tell you a little bit more about Colbinabbon. I might turn right here, see if there's any local houses in this fog. It's unbelievable. Yeah, so as I said, Colbinabbon's got 285 people. 54% are male, 46% female. Average age is 47. I'll go down this little laneway, see what's down here. 80% of the population is born in Australia, 1.4% in England, 1.1% in Thailand, believe it or not. A small little town. And we can't see much at all with this fog. So there's a few sort of old houses backing onto this laneway here. There's a few farms over there on the left, I think. I'm not sure if we can even pick them up with the fog the way it is. Now, the main employment here in Colbinabbon is grain farming. Second, there's some houses over there. Second greatest source of employment is sheep, beef and cattle farming. Then after that, well, grain farming is 11.7% and the sheep, beef and cattle is 10.2% of the workforce. And then hospital workers are 8.8%. Now, the average household income here is $1,278 per week, which is pretty good. So farming must be okay up here. So here's another residential area. I'm not even sure if you can pick it up in the fog. Looking down there. And we've got the pub. We'll turn right here. We've got the pub in front of us again, if we can see it. Colbinabbon Hotel. Have a look at that fog. That's unbelievable. Crime rate here is 59.65 crimes per 1,000 people, which is below the Australian average, which is 70. And there was no data on house prices here in Colbinabbon, so nothing has probably been sold here in the last 12 months to record any data. Being a small town of 285 people. Now, why I've come here, let's hope we can see him in this fog. So they've got the silo art here too. The silos are painted, and hopefully visibility is down to about 50 metres, so hopefully we can see them. So they're down here, and that was an old shop there. What's that? Lemonade, drink ice cold. There we go. Pity he's not open. So the silos are there just in front of me, but you can't even see them at the moment. Hopefully we can once we get up there. Local traffic only. Let's have a look what we can see. That's unbelievable, this fog. Right, there they are, there. Yeah, what a shame. It's so foggy. Now I'm going to jump out of the car. And I said, it's supposed to be about, back in Rochester it was -3. Might be at -2 here. Anyway, we're going to get out and have a look. So here I am, I'm only about 50 metres from these silos, maybe 40, and that's all you can see at the moment. Anyway, I'm going to get up nice and close and see what we can pick up. Righto, there's 5 silos here that are painted, and I tell you what, they are unbelievable paintings. Now the first 2 depict a picnic at oh Jesus, so cold. A picnic here at Colbernabon. Have a look at that, the detail. I mean, you're going to be clever to do that. And there's the second one just there. Colbernabon. Looks like they're at the train station there. Anyway, and we move on to the third one. Oh, jeez, it is so cold. You would not believe it. Try and move away a bit so we can see it a bit better. There's a train coming into Colbernabon, the old steam train. Okay. Oh, jeez, it's cold. And then come on to the fourth one here, and it's to celebrate the CFA, Country Fire Authority, which is right throughout the country areas, obviously. But unbelievable. Pity it's not I haven't got a nice sunny day for it. So anyway, and this one's supposed to be depicting a tractor pull at the local showgrounds here in Colbernabon back in the not sure, back maybe how many years ago. They might still have one going now. But anyway, there's 5 of them, and they're absolutely unbelievable. But unfortunately, it's as foggy as can be. And look, you can just see beyond there, and then you can't see anything. But anyway, they're unbelievable paintings, honestly. As good as anything you'd see in the whole world, I'm sure, when it comes to a mural. But I'm no expert. But anyway, I'm glad I've come to see them. Pity the sun's not out. And the fog will be causing havoc with not only just me trying to film this. But anyway, let's go on to the next town. So I'm approaching the town of Rushworth, which, as you can see, there's still fog around. It's probably not as thick as what it was before, but it's still pretty thick. Now Rushworth, this was established in 1853, the discovery of gold, and was named by a bloke named Richard Henry Horne after the gold rush, so he named it Rushworth. So anyway, that's what happened in 1853. Then they set up a post office here in 1857 on the 16th of September. Now, as you can see, hopefully we can see some of the main street. The fog has lifted a tiny bit, but not a great deal. The population of Rushworth is 1,411. Basically 50% is old Warringah News. There's an old building there on the right. Oh yeah, so it looks like we're coming up to a bit of the main street. Oh, it's a nice old town. Nice, I like those nice old buildings there. And there's the pub on the left there, Rushworth Hotel. At the post office there. Yeah, so as I was saying, Rushworth, the population was 1,411, basically 50-50 between male and female. Average age is 54. Going on here, a little bit of a market going on there, over there in the centre. 79.6% of the people in Rushworth were born in Australia. 3.5% in England. Every other nationality is under 1%. Main employment in Rushworth is a hospital, working in a hospital. It's 9.5%. Government admin, 5%. Dairy cattle farming, 4.5%. Oh yeah, got a fair old market going here on the Saturday morning. Down here. Average household income. It's pretty low, $791. That is low. We'll go down there. No, we'll go right. There's a library there. Market's now on my right. Cafe, banks. It's got some beautiful old lovely buildings here from back. Geez, they're probably going back towards the gold rush days, I suppose. Back in there. There's an old newspaper there, Rushworth Chronicle. Rushworth Gold Nugget, Pura Milk. Crime rate in Rushworth is pretty low. 27 crimes per 1,000 people. That is low. Australian average is 70. There's the butcher, men's and boys wear. There's the pub again, Rushworth Hotel. Go back over here. I might go down and have a look at one of the residential areas, which might just be able to turn left here. It's actually really nice, actual town, really old and really nice. Love the old buildings there. Let's go down and see what we can see down here. Median house price in Rushworth is $350,000, which is pretty low, or very low really, compared to the Australian average, which I think was $761,000. Going over the railway, don't even know if that still runs now. I don't think so. So we'll just check out some of the residential areas. There's a nice house, a nice garden there. I think everyone must be up early, up at the market. It's probably, what is it now, 9:15 in the morning. Fog's still hanging around. Not as heavy as before. I mean, the fog before was unbelievable. Yeah, there's some sort of newer homes. That looks like a newer home. Actually quite nice, really nice. Nice old town, I really like it. There's an old something there. Looks like they've turned that into a house. Phone works. Rushworth Kindergarten Childcare. There's some beautiful homes over there. Have a look at those two. One needs a bit of doing up. One's been done up recently. And geez, they're nice. Really nice old homes. And there's the footy ground. I suppose it is over there, Gale Reserve. Bowls Club. There's probably a footy ground at the back there, I think. I'm not 100% certain, I can't tell. Anyway, at least you'll be able to see to the other side of the ground at the moment, because back at Colburn Abbott there, you'd had no hope of seeing anything. But oh yeah, I really like this old town. It's a real old gold rush sort of town. Even though the gold rush only lasted a short while here, I think it only lasted for a year, not even, because the water table was so high, so they couldn't get any more gold. Here's an old pub, Criterion Hotel. Not sure if that's still open, probably is. Maybe not, maybe it is. Somebody might be able to tell me. But oh yeah, it's really impressive. I'm really glad I came here. Actually really nice. Anyway, we're heading back up to where we just came from. Market on there's a couple of old buildings there. With a market on the right hand side there. Anyway, that'll do for Rushworth. Really nice town. Beautiful old buildings, I love them. So anyway, we'll venture on to the next town. Hopefully the fog's lifted a bit by then. A bit more. Okay, we'll see you there. So we're driving on towards a town called Rushworth. Now since I've left Colbernabon, which was 2 towns ago in the real thick fog back there, I would have seen at least 24 kangaroos that have been hit by cars on the side of the road. So I'm not sure why there's been so many hit at the moment, or why, but I mean you can't drive fast here. I'm doing 80 kilometres an hour. I wouldn't even try and attempt to go 100 in case one comes bouncing out. There's signs up everywhere telling you there's kangaroos. Yeah, that's a lot. You usually see the odd one or two here or there that have been hit by a car, but not the. In one stretch of about 200 metres stretch of road there was five kangaroos. So all been hit by a car. Anyway, it's a shame. And, anyway, let's just hope none bounce out in front of me. So we're approaching the town of Murchison, and as you can see, it's still pretty foggy. Not as foggy, but still foggy. And some really nice houses just coming in. See there. I think we've got the Goulburn River just there behind us on the left-hand side. To town centre. So let's go and check it out. Will we? In the town centre. Hopefully we can pick it up through the fog. There's a school there by the looks of it. What's that say? Murchison. I missed it, but that's a school anyway. Town centre to the right. Oh yeah, here we go. So it's the Goulburn River there in front of us. I got here Heritage Centre. Over there on the left. Geez, that's nice. Done a good job there of that. It's a pretty famous old petrol station here on the right hand side. It's been there for a long time. There's some nice old buildings there too along the main street. Caledonian Hotel there on the right. Let's turn right here and see what we can see. We'll go left lane and have a look. There's the post office there. That's the Caledonian Hotel there on the right. A big old hotel. Murchison Exchange. Jeez, I don't think that's in use anymore. CFA. There's a nice old place there. And a big balcony up there, beautiful. Not sure if anyone's living in it at the moment, but it looks like they're doing it up. I'll give you a few stats on Murchison. Population is 884. What I'll do, I'll go around this roundabout and head back in towards the main street there, show you a bit more. There's something I really want to see in the main street. There's the Murchison Bowls Club. Yeah, so the population's 884, 51% male, 48% 49% female. Average age is 50. As you can see, it's still, the sun's trying to get through that fog. He's trying his hardest. 81.9% were born in Australia, 1.7% in England, 1.4% are from New Zealand. Alright, back in the main street. Another bit of a better look here. Pharmacy, bakery. Is that another pub? Might have been a pub years ago. Now takeaway food and fish and chips and the whole lot there. There's the old petrol station again. Main source of income: supermarket or grocery work, followed by, well, nothing really. Is a even scattering of everything else, a very low percentage. There's a church straight ahead. What's that? Uniting Church. There we go. And the Goulburn River's over there to the right hand side. Righto, we'll check out a couple of these residential areas here in Murchison. Average price for a home here is $465,000, so it's a bit more than the other towns. Maybe because it's on the Goulburn River here, I'm not sure. And yeah, $465, that's more than the others we've been to today. Crime rate is 30 crimes per 1,000 people, which is a fair bit lower than the Australian average, which is 70. The average household income is $952 a week, which is pretty low. So, real sort of bushland, just one street off the main street. Nice big open areas. I like these big gum trees here too in front of these homes. Anyway, we'll do a U-turn and head back into the main street. There's something I really want to see. Yeah, so I've just jumped out of the car, so there's the main street there. And if you just look around here where I am, and then they're basically right on the river. There's the Goulburn down there. It's actually a beautiful setting in the fog. Oh, it's not so foggy now, it's more misty than foggy, but it's bloody cold, I tell you. I'm not sure if you can see through the trees there. There's the bridge out of town, which we'll go over soon. But there's something else I want to show you while I'm out of the car. There's about 1,000 cockatoos in that tree. You can hear them all making a noise up there. So I'm still in Murchison. I'm at Meteorite Park, so named because in 1969 a meteorite fell here in Murchison, and it's a pretty famous one apparently in that field. There it is in the paper, in the Shep News. It was the 28th of September 1969 at 10:58 AM. I reckon it made a noise like a jet plane. The largest piece that was found weighed 7 kilos and smelled like methylated spirits. Now back then it was said to be maybe 4.6 billion years old, and now in 2020 some scientists in the United States who were doing some tests on it said it was 7 billion years old, where the Earth is only 2.5 billion, but that comes with a lot of uncertainty, they said. So I don't even know why they said that if they reckon it's uncertain. Yeah, but it's unreal. But, yeah, the meteorite fell here, and there's a whole thing on the board here, what the locals saw and heard, and family there who were collecting, and look at that. They collected that many pieces of the meteorite. Must have fallen near their house there. And you could see it in Brisbane. You can see it in Mildura as well, Canberra. Yeah, and that's only an image of the meteor. And there's some news articles on it. As rare as moon dust, they say. But anyway, there's a collection of what they found. So there you go. There's a great little bit of history for Murchison, finding the meteorite crashing to Earth here. So anyway, that's enough for Murchison now, I think. Let's head on to the next town. Actually, just before I head on, here's the old petrol station, but the old pump's still out here, but they're not in work. There's a little sign in there that's saying, sorry for the inconvenience, but yeah, just more here for old time's sake, I'd say. But they do look good. Righto, just as we leave in Murchison, give you a little view over the river. I tell you what, it's so cold outside, it's great to get inside the car with the heat on. Can't believe how cold it is still. Righto, there we go. There's the river there, down below. Righto, on to the next town. Okay, so here we are, we're approaching the town of Nagambie. Now the freeway bypasses this town now, so this used to be the main thoroughfare up to the Murray River, up towards Tocumwal and all that sort of thing, up the Goulburn Valley Highway. It's been bypassed now. Used to stop in here and get your fish and chips and hamburgers and whatever, sort of the halfway mark. So I'll be interested to see what it looks like now. So I think about 2013 the bypass opened up, and apparently the town is a bit quieter, but probably the locals like that as well. Maybe a few businesses closed down. We've still got the big pub there in the corner. It's a nice looking pub on the corner there. I always remember the big wide main street here. And, oh yeah, they've got a few old things there. Shops, you know, selling knickknacks and all that sort of thing in there. Is that what you call them, knickknacks? I can't remember now. Oh yes, geez, it's still busy. So people still stop in on the way, obviously, because got plenty of cafes when you look over there on the left hand side. Cafes, chicken, more cafes, lolly shop, real estate agent. That's a nice old building, isn't it? Real estate agent now. Bakery. Yeah, actually still quite busy. I didn't think it'd be this busy after the close down of the freeway being bypassed. There's an old restaurant there, Thai by the lake. Doesn't look like it's open anymore. I'm doing something to it. We'll head up the other side of the main street because see what they've got to offer on that side. There's the waterfront motel, because you've got the big lake, Nagambie Lake, which we'll stop and have a look at something shortly. I'll just take you through the main, there's a lake over there, but I'll take you through the main street down this side first. Show you a few things and give you a bit of info on Nagambie. Population here in Nagambie is 2,254. There we go, Black Caviar Cafe after the racehorse. 2,254, basically 50-50 male female. There's another pub there and the Nagambie Rowing Club as well. Botanic House, another bakery up ahead, 2 bakeries up ahead. Yeah, the 83% of the people in Nagambie, so it's a nice big main street still. 83% are born in Australia, 2.3 in England, and the rest is under 1%. Now look what's up here. Oh yeah, there's a church there, and something next to it. It's an old building there. What's that called? St. Malachi's something or other. Church, I can't quite see the sign. Oh, look at this old building here. Not sure if anyone's living in there or not. Nagambie Lakes Community House. It's a nice old building. There's a couple of nice houses over here too. Jeez. Main employment in Nagambie is wine and beverage manufacturing. So there's a few wineries around here. So obviously, and 5% is it? 5.2% of the workforce work in the wine manufacturing sector. Horse farming is up there as well, 3.9%, which has got something to do with why we're here, to have a look at a statue. Probably know what it is if you follow the horse racing. 3.4% work in hospitals. Average household income is $1,144, which isn't too bad. Australian average is $1,746. And crime rate is 50 crimes per 1,000 people. Australian average is 76, so it's under as well. Now, what have we got here? Dead end. Might back onto the lake here. Average house price is $515,000. The Australian average, I think I got it wrong back there in one of those other towns, it's $831,000. But 515, there'd be houses backing onto the lake, I'd say. And I think there's a few new estates here now as well. I'll do a U-ey here. Yeah, but that's two different industries. The wine industry and horse farming are the two main employments. That's something different altogether. So Nagambie was established here in 1870, and the actual name Nagambie means in indigenous language or Aboriginal language, apparently lagoon it means. And we're in the Shire of Strathbogie. Anyway, we'll go for another little look up the main town, main street. And I'll take you to the statue that I want to show you. Maybe it's unbelievable, the fog's cleared all of a sudden, so we've got a nice sunny period at the moment. Great to see the sun out. There's the pub again. There's another nice old building here beyond these trucks. Nagambie Historical Society. There we go, that white one. That's a nice old building. Yeah, so there's still obviously a lot of trucks coming through town. As I said, this was as busy as can be up until 2013, I think it was. It's still busy now. So with all the through traffic going up towards the Murray region, there's the park for the memorial services they probably have on Anzac Day and the like, Remembrance Day. We went around this roundabout before, we're going to go around it again. There's an IGA further down, so there's another shop down there. I'm going to try and get a park around here somewhere. Alright, here we go. There we go, there's the lake out there. I'll tell you a little bit about that when we get out of the car. Yeah, so here's the big Lake Nagambie, just off the main street. Big kids sort of play area over there too, it's unreal. Now this lake has got a 2,000 metre rowing course, and I think they've had Australian championships here. I'm not sure if you can see them on the lake there. You can see all the little yellow buoys for the rowers. So it's a great setup, and there's those houses over on that side over there. We'll just zoom in a bit. Yeah, and there's a caravan park right on the other side of the lake there. But those houses there on the lake, they're the ones that bumped the house price up here. I forget what it was now, 515,000 or something like that. But it's a great setup. And a lot of families come up here from Melbourne for holidays at Christmas. Anyway, there's another thing I want to show you while I'm here in Nagambie, and there's the main street just over there, so that's how close it is to the water. So anyway, I'll take you for a bit of a look. So there you go. For those of you into horse racing, there's Black Caviar. Had 25 starts, 25 wins. It was actually born here in Nagambie. So the statue's here overlooking the lake, just off the main street, and yeah, I suppose it's a fitting tribute. It's a put Nagambie on the map, probably, and it's everyone involved with Black Caviar. So anyway, there we go. That's maybe the end of Nagambie, and that's looking towards the main street down there. So there we go. There's another look at Black Caviar overlooking on the water. Anyway, that's about enough of my tour today. The sun's come out a bit. It's still bitterly cold. Unfortunately, the fog sort of got in the way with the other towns. But anyway, I did as good as I could do. And anyway, if you liked the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.